I'm Tom Hall, 30 years old, living in Greystone, a foggy little town just outside London. Narrow cobblestone lanes, old stone cottages, and air that's always damp. It's the kind of place where secrets feel like they're carved into the walls. I work as a copywriter, churning out ad slogans in a life so ordinary it could bore you to death. That is, until 2 months ago, when I found the mirror. It changed everything. And now, I'm not sure who or what I'm becoming. It started on a chilly morning. I stepped out for work and found a mirror on my porch. About 3 feet tall, its dark wooden frame was carved with intricate patterns, like something from a Gothic estate. The glass was unnervingly clean, reflecting the fog like it was alive. No note, no name, nothing to say where it came from. I asked my neighbors, but no one knew anything. I should have left it there, taken it to a dump, but something about it pulled me in, like a whisper I couldn't ignore. Against my better judgment, I carried it inside and hung it above my fireplace. That first night, I woke up at 3 a.m., throat dry, stumbling downstairs for water. The living room was dark, save for a sliver of moonlight hitting the mirror. As I passed, something moved in the glass, a shadow darting across it, too quick to be my reflection. My heart lurched. I turned, staring into the mirror. It showed only me, pale, messy hair, the familiar room behind me. But I knew what I'd seen. I stepped closer, my breath fogging the glass. It was freezing, like touching ice. When I wiped the fog away, a faint mark appeared underneath, a curved line, like a finger had traced it. My pulse raced. I told myself it was a flaw in the glass, but my hands shook as I fled back to bed, hiding under the covers until dawn. The next few days brought more strangeness. Whispers filled the house, not clear words, but soft, like leaves rustling in a wind that wasn't there. They came at night, always from the living room. I'd creep downstairs, flashlight trembling, but the sounds stopped the moment I entered. The mirror hung silently, reflecting the dark, its glass seeming to watch me. One night, I stood before it, straining to hear. The whispers grew clearer, forming a rhythm, like a chant I couldn't understand. I backed away, my flashlight slipping from my hand, and ran upstairs, locking my door. Then I started changing. I've always been a mess. Clothes strewn across the floor, coffee cups piling up. But suddenly, I couldn't stand the chaos. I'd spend hours tidying, arranging books alphabetically, polishing every surface until it gleamed. I bought a suit, dark blue, tailored like something from another era. It wasn't my style, But when I wore it, standing before the mirror, I felt different. My reflection looked sharper, my eyes colder, my lips curling into a smile I didn't choose. It wasn't me smiling. It was someone else. My coworker, Lily, noticed it too. I was too neat, too precise, like I was playing a role. I brushed it off, but fear gnawed at me. The dreams started soon after. Every night, I found myself in a stone-walled room, damp and cold, like a cellar. The mirror hung in the center, but my reflection wasn't mine. It was a man, tall, in a black coat, a silver pin on his collar. His face was blurry, but his eyes were gray, piercing, like they could see through my soul. He didn't move, just watched, his lips twitching into a smile that made my skin crawl. Each dream grew clearer, and a name began to form in my mind. Isaac. Isaac wasn't just in my dreams. Thoughts that weren't mine crept into my head. Urges to go places, say things, act in ways I never would. I'd catch myself humming tunes I didn't know, writing words in a handwriting that wasn't mine. It was like someone was rewriting me, line by line. I was losing control, and I knew the mirror was to blame. A month later, I tracked down an antique dealer in Greystone, an old woman named Margaret, living in a crumbling mansion. I described the mirror, and her face paled. She knew it, or at least, she knew its story. It was called Isaac's Mirror, tied to a man named Isaac Blackwood, a 19th century collector obsessed with the occult. He'd crafted the mirror to trap souls, believing it could connect him to the dead. But he vanished, and the mirror was lost until it found me. Margaret's hands trembled as she spoke, her eyes darting to the shadows. She urged me to destroy it, said it chose its owners and wouldn't let go. I left her house, shaken, the weight of her words sinking in. That night, I decided to confront it. I lit candles around the living room, their flames flickering against the walls. I sat before the mirror, staring into my reflection, my heart pounding. I didn't speak, just watched, waiting. The glass began to tremble, ripples spreading across it like water. My face distorted, melting away, and another took its place. Isaac. His skin was deathly pale, his lips thin, his eyes burning with a hunger I couldn't name. The air grew heavy, the candles sputtering, the mirror's frame twisted, its carvings writhing like snakes. A scream tore through the room, not mine, not human, like the glass itself was crying out. I stumbled back, knocking over a candle, flames licking the floor. The door wouldn't open, the lock jamming under my frantic hands. Panic clawed at me, Isaac's presence filling my mind, his will pressing against mine. I don't know how I escaped. When I came to, I was on a street corner, soaked in sweat, wearing that blue suit. My hand clutched a silver pin engraved with A.B., Isaac Blackwood. I ran home, heart in my throat. The mirror was still there, but a crack now, spider-webbed across its surface, like a wound. I tried to move on. I locked the mirror in my storage room, moved to a new apartment, but the strangeness followed. Whispers echoed in my ears, sometimes in broad daylight, like someone stood just behind me. Scratches appeared on my walls, shallow at first, then deeper, like claws had raked them. My reflection in windows, in my phone screen, would shift, my face, but not my movements. Once, for a split second, I saw Isaac's eyes staring back from my laptop, gone before I could blink. Time started slipping away. I'd wake up in unfamiliar places, a park bench, an alley holding objects I didn't recognize, a yellowed photo of a woman I'd never met, a rusty key with no lock to fit. My voice would change, slipping into an accent I didn't know, speaking names that meant nothing to me. I was fading, and something else was taking my place. Yesterday, a letter arrived, no return address. Just a single line scrawled in black ink. When the red moon rises, it will be complete. I checked the calendar. A red moon is coming next week. Dread coils in my gut, heavier each day. Isaac's presence grows stronger, his shadow looming in my dreams. He's no longer just watching. His hand reaches out, fingers brushing the edge of the mirror, like he's clawing his way through. I've sought help, a priest, a psychic, anyone who'd listen. They all said the same thing. Isaac isn't a ghost. He's something older, something trapped in the mirror, feeding on my will to live. They told me to destroy it, but I couldn't bring myself to touch it again. The whispers are louder now, closer. Last night, they didn't come from the storage room. They came from behind me, hot against my neck. I'm writing this because I fear I won't be myself much longer. If you find this, burn that mirror, smash it, scatter the pieces, and never look into it. But deep down, I know it's too late. The red moon is coming, and whatever Isaac is, he's almost here. I feel him in my thoughts, my movements, my reflection, and sometimes when I pass a window, I see his eyes staring back from my own face.